Hey guys, I'm back with another video and today I'm gonna make something different. I'm gonna make a reaction video today on one of my favorite YouTubers, I'd say. This is Indigo Traveller and I think he's a bit underrated because not a lot of people I know him. I know the stuff he does and I think it's really good. I followed him because I saw a video on him traveling to North Korea. Back at that time, I was just watching documentaries about North Korea because I found it really interesting. I saw him the first time and I really liked his videos. I've told you before, or like in my first videos, that I want to do documentaries about other countries and people, how they live in other countries, because I find that myself really interesting. Because I like to talk about philosophy and life and all that stuff, and I like to see other perspectives. Yeah, I think I just show you today that I learn from other people too, that I learn from the best, and I think he is one of the best. His name is Indigo Traveller. I show you his YouTube right now, and then we're going in a video where he is traveling through Kenya, and the name of the video is Walking into Africa's Biggest Slum, 1 million people. And this guy is actually from New Zealand. I've been to New Zealand. I lived there for over half a year, and I really love this country, and I loved the accent also, and he has a really cool New Zealand accent. So let's just get started and watch this video.
Look, they got electricity. Unreal. Like if you look at the floor, it's just rock.
So there we go. This is absolutely crazy. They have just rocks they live on, just wet ground. They don't even have a dry floor to walk on.
Where do they sleep? Thank you. Oh wow, so yeah, this is still a bit damp on the ground, but a lot drier.
So they're probably living 8 people in there.
This is deep. This is the belly of Africa.
FC Bayern Munich. They support our teams here.
I wanted to come in and see people's houses and how they live, and they're always so hospitable to show you around their living conditions and things. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Have a nice day. All right, bye.
Look how nice these people are still, they're living in these slums. Nobody cares for them, and they're still so happy and welcoming, and like he said, hospitable, and always smiling, and then you walk through Germany where everyone, I think it's like 35,000 euros what we earn in average in Germany, and the faces are like this, and the faces are like this. They just walking around and no one's really happy. It's so sad. And there you can see everyone's smiling, everyone's happy. There will be people in this video which came on the wrong path, but 90% of the people also living there, they want only good for everyone, they are good people, and they try their best to be a good person. I think that shows us every time again, we shouldn't complain so much about stuff.
When there's a lot of rain, because this river, sometimes the water passes until here.
And so when that's flooding, then people's houses must get washed away.
Sometimes those houses are being washed away.
A mother and her daughter were last evening swept away by floodwaters in Kibera area of Nairobi.
What's the average salary here?
10,000. Okay. There are people who get less than 5,000 a month.
Okay.
There are people who work for 3,000 a month.
So look at that. That's what I just said. We're living on 35,000 euros, which is probably the same as dollars. It's not exactly, but pretty much the same. A month, and they are living on 80, like 40 to 80 dollars a month, and they still. I know they're not always happy and stuff. They can't be, and they're living in these conditions, but they still try their best, and they still smiling, and they have no choice about their life, and they can't complain about little things we complain about sometimes.
This is where I live. I do sell traditional liquor.
Oh, you sell traditional liquor?
This is traditional liquor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you make
This
liquor
must
at
be
home.
tasting amazing.
What's the alcohol percentage?
But look at, I just get goosebumps there. Look at how nice these people are and how friendly, you know. And she's so proud of her traditional liquor, and it's just heartwarming to see that. But we need to help these people, like somehow. If everyone just tries to help them a bit, you know, we could change the world together.
We don't know because we don't measure. It's a traditional thing.
Right.
And helping them doesn't mean leaving everybody into our own countries, but helping them build build up their own countries. Because it's a myth that Africa is poor because they have no resources. It's just not true. They are just kept down by governments because the governments of their countries are corrupt, and they selling their valuable resources like oil and stuff to the European and American and now also Chinese countries, selling it and put the money in their own pockets, build themselves big houses, and don't care for the civilians and the people in the country. That's why we could change it, you know. We could all live together in peace and have a good life for everyone, you know. It's not that we couldn't. I mean, there are people who partying on yards, and it's nothing bad about that. You can do that, but you know, the basic needs should be fulfilled for everyone in this world.
The electricity, do you have to pay for that, or are you just linked to the main lines?
We link from the mainland.
Oh, wow. You got Wi-Fi as well up there. Wow. And because the house is made of mud, does it fall down sometimes? No, it's pretty strong.
Sometimes it collapses.
Right. When
Because of the rain.
rains, yeah. So does water sometimes come inside the house?
Yes.
Really?
We are used to, we just dust and
Is it okay life living in Kibera? Because for people that don't
yeah,
know.
it's a difficult life, but we are used to.
Thank you, Julia.
Okay, thank you so much.
And that's probably what Jesus just said is probably the same thing someone in, you know, in Europe would say, like in Albania or something. You know, in Germany we all know we are pretty privileged and we can't complain about our lives. But someone in Albania or Turkey or even Greece, they would say, you know, it's a hard life here, but we used to it and stuff like that. But it's not hard, you know. You have a roof over your head. Your family has food and water and everything they need to live. You don't stand up in the morning and you just hope to survive. And in some countries it is like that, you know. Maybe not in Kenya and that slum, but I've seen videos of him doing it in other slums where really it is a question if you survive the day or not. I like the pictures also. He makes really good videos. I love it.
A lot of people drink it.
Yes, yes. And even very early in the morning.
Right.
Like most of the people, when they feel like they're depressed and they cannot afford to get a proper liquor, they go for that.
How much does it cost?
50 shillings
A shot.
and a shot. It's very strong. So when you take it, you definitely will black out within 10 to 20 minutes.
Seriously?
Yes.
One shot?
One shot.
You black out?
Black out.
Does it kill people?
Last week, we had two people who died. They just fell down and vomited blood.
Any drug use here?
Yes. And maybe marijuana.
Weed?
Yeah. And we also have some pills.
Pills?
We call them tap tap. Mad people at the rehabilitation centers, they always been given pills to regulate the brain. Yeah.
Wow.
And then these are the tap tap.
That's the pills. Maserati?
Yeah.
Is it like ecstasy or is it? It's like an antipsychotic medication.
Yeah. And they're different sizes.
Oh,
Yeah, so
wow.
that's also a problem in these
Wow,
countries
so they
because
have
the
luxury
people
car brands.
sometimes can't stand their living conditions and then they use drugs, and that, I mean, that's everywhere, you know. But in these countries there's no one to help you if you have an overdose or something, and even more people are depressed because of their living conditions, because they have illness or their children die or something happens and then they use drugs, and it's a big problem in these countries too.
Printed onto the pills.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Crazy.
What does it make them feel like?
So when they use the drugs, it makes them feel like they're in a different world and they can sleep while standing and
Okay.
snoring. Even if you tap them, they don't feel anything.
So if you wonder what I have on here, it's a sling because I dislocated my shoulder and I had a surgery. So yeah. this is gonna be there for the next 4 weeks.
They ride mostly in the estates and snatch their phones there. Then they get back to the slums.
So they go to the more expensive neighborhoods and then come back here. Is that a good business?
Not a good business, because when you're caught, your penalty is death by burning when you're caught by the mob justice.
What do you mean?
Like they tie your hands and legs. They put cat eye on your neck. They pour some
What's on your name?
cat eye.
Car tire.
Yeah, and then they light it up.
They pour petrol on you and they
Yeah,
light
yeah,
you
like
on
that.
fire. If you get caught snatching phones.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. And your
Imagine
motorcycles
that.
won't be burnt.
Who does that?
The people.
You get sentenced to death by fire, by burning to death. That is just horrible, you know? And it's not that there is a regular police from the government or something. It's just, like you said, like the mob police, like just people doing justice. And I mean, you shouldn't snatch phones. We all know that, but that is a bit harsh.
Very common.
Very common. And the police are okay with that?
When you're caught by the mob justice, the police are not involved unless they're getting called that we caught a thief and the thief is dead. Come pick the body. They'll come very quickly.
And they don't care.
They don't care about anything because the people are helping them to do their job.
You see some shoes behind me hanging on the cables there. So really interesting. Because of the crime here, you know, it's quite rampant. There's some initiatives to turn all that around. When somebody wants to join this local car cleaning, they throw the most expensive shoes that they've ever stolen on this cable here to show that they are ready to give up crime and live a more directional life here in Kibera, Africa's largest slum.
I can sing any song. Any song. I can sing 5 songs.
So that's why, man, did you see the story with the shoes and everything? You know, most of the people, they do crimes because they have no other choice. But once they have, or when they just decide to not to do crimes anymore, they decide, because they have moral instincts, they decide to live a better life with consciousness. And that's amazing, you know. It's easy for everyone here to live a life like that, but if you imagine growing up there and there's nothing ever handed to you, there's no one caring for you, it's easy also to turn to crime and to turn into a thief.
5 songs.
Let's hear it.
Yeah. Everybody them a bad man, she want to surround my girl with today. Everybody them a bad man, she want to surround my girl with a pistol. Everybody them a bad man, she want to surround my girl with a pistol. Baby girl, you gonna fear mother. Baby girl, you gonna fear mother. And the God I love any animals. God is love any people. In this Kenya, in Africa, in America, in Egypt, God is love anybody in Kenya and Egypt. Yes. Yeah.
Did you see that, how much energy he had doing this? You know, there are even artists in there, you know, and if they would have a better environment, a better life, they would be doing great things, but there's just no one helping them out of there. And that is so sad to see, you know. I mean, that was the best song I've ever heard, you know, but that's just what I mean. He has energy, and that was just freestyle, you know. No one here I know could have done that, because they are even embarrassed and ashamed of themselves if they would do that, you know. There's no one just doing that in the street. Did you see this little boy, like, watching him, you know, and he looks like, what the hell? But he has nothing to lose. So he just does what he thinks is nice, what he thinks is good, and what he likes to do, you know. And that's also something we should do more here in our environment. Just don't judge other people, and also do something you like, and don't care for judgment of other people, you know. Just do what you like.
There's a lot of signs around on stores. They accept Bitcoin for buying things like avocados, tomatoes.
They're trying like to do away with fiat currency because it doesn't give any value to our people.
If I hold on to 1,000 Kenyan shillings for a year, it would lose value. But if I hold that value in Bitcoin, maybe it makes 60% or something
Automatically.
like
What do you like? Oranges, avocado?
Avocado.
Avocado, yeah?
Oh,
So
look
I'll
at the
have
fruits
one avocado
there.
for you,
Okay.
and one orange for me.
Okay.
This is how we will pay.
All right.
I'll go to my wallet, then I'll go to send. I'll scan the QR code. Yeah, it has picked.
Okay.
Now set amount. Unauza avocado pay 50 bob. Then I'll swipe, confirm my payment. It has gone. And she has received the money. Our phones are Bitcoin phones.
Bitcoin avocado.
Yeah.
Kenya has some of the best avocados in the world.
And he must know because he's from New Zealand, so they have pretty good avocados too. I can tell, but this is amazing that they are into Bitcoin, and you know they want to have a better life, so they search for solutions, and it's the same like someone here hating their job and trying to get involved in Bitcoin and just make more money and stuff. You know, it's just everyone's the same, you know, and we need to recognize that.
Very nice shoes.
Thank you.
How do you keep them so clean?
I'm just used to walking in this community.
Nice.
So this is a higher quality.
Yeah.
Right. And so the people with a bit more money can live in houses like this.
The people hotels here
Yeah.
is different with what you know as hotel.
Gotcha. Walking down the street, high fives everywhere, super welcoming, not asking for money. I haven't really been asked for money by anybody or anything like that, so really nice vibes here. A bit different to what the taxi driver was saying, but maybe it's just because who I'm with. I don't know, but definitely doesn't feel super dangerous or anything like that. This is what most people would cook with here. This is charcoal. The charcoal. What's cooking on the top? This is beans. Chapati.
So that's what you cook on. You see, we have just electric ovens and stoves. You know, those little things. We don't care about these anymore because they are so normal for us. But we should be thankful for everything. I said in the other video, I was thankful for my toaster again because he stopped working one day, and I thought, why aren't working anymore? But I wasn't being grateful enough for it, you know? It's a nice thing to have a toaster. You know, I told this story because I wanted to make a point in another section of life, but it all comes down to gratitude. And when you see this, you can't feel more grateful.
Beans. Yeah. Nice.
And this is chapati.
Train tracks go
The
right
food
through
must
the
taste
slum.
amazing
Yeah,
there, you
the
know?
train. You know, I've visited places all over the world, and a lot of places seem to be getting worse, but this seems to be an example of positive change.
Yeah, sure.
So well done to you guys.
Thanks.
This is really good to hear.
Lots of undocumented people, so it could be north of 1 million. Absolutely gigantic. Everybody good?
Imagine 1 million
This is like a
people
local
living
shop.
like this.
Buy your rice, everything here. How much does a bottle of water cost here?
This is 25 shillings.
25 shillings.
Oh, hard one. Hey, and I need water. I'm so thirsty anyway.
Very hot in here. Yeah, my camera's overheating because it's so hot. Yeah. So here's your
Imagine.
kitchen here.
And he's sitting there with a
So
jacket.
that's quite a luxury, right?
I don't know why,
On
man.
charcoal. When you
Imagine sleeping in there
Prepare food.
when it's so hot, because I hate it when it's too hot to sleep, you know. I need it below 20 degrees. Everything else is too hot for me to sleep, and I wake up at night. But if his camera is overheating, it must be like 30 degrees upwards, you know. And
This is the bedroom for the boys. So we have 3.
so now look at your children's bedroom, you know. Look at yours. And maybe you complained earlier that you have to share a bedroom with your brother or your sister or something. But look at this. They don't even have walls, you know, and it's freaking hot in there, you know, and we really shouldn't complain about anything here in the Western world.
in the shower, you bring this bucket and you go into here and you bathe in here, right?
Very rare shower.
So this is like a luxury, right?
Yeah.
It's private.
Yeah.
Because not everybody's lucky enough to have one of
It's
these.
only for the family.
Upper class of the slum, right?
Yeah.
So these are the people with a bit more resources. And
Did you hear that? That's the upper class of the slum. So this is the upper class there. There are worse places there.
very careful here, like sharp edges all direction. Hello, nice to meet you. Yeah, it's very sharp edges here. Sewage there, it's separated from the main road here, pathway.
Yeah, in this area it's separated from the main road, you know. You can walk next to the sewage. But in other parts we've seen before, you just walk in that and it makes you sick, you know, and the children's playing in that and it's just horrible to see.
It's a tree, like amazing, intricate details here.
I feel like everyone is a Manchester United fan. Everyone walks around with a Manchester United jersey in African countries, I feel like. But I don't know. It was years ago. They have been good, you know. Maybe they should change clubs.
What's this room here?
So this is the kitchen.
This is the kitchen of the school. Does this look to you guys a bit different to the school kitchen that you guys grew up with? Coming down into the main part of the kitchen of the school here. So for breakfast the kids have milk, tea and bread. Wow. So
This looks like a proper school there.
In this area here with different classrooms. These kids are smarter than me because I have no idea what any of this means.
The reason was why most of the kids like coming to this school is because they get breakfast and lunch, which they're not paying for it. It's like free.
Some of them, we got them from the street, and some of them, they don't have parents. The youngest is 3 years old, and the oldest one is 19 years old.
Nice to meet you.
Look at these children.
Good mate.
Oh, look at this. Nice.
The girls' room. So it's very secure, right?
This looks really good.
See the bars on the outside and padlocks and everything. Are you sleeping here? Is this your bed?
Yes.
Oh wow, that's nice. So you really look after them, eh?
Yeah.
So you don't get paid to work here? Really? I'll leave the information.
You know, I've slept in dorm rooms a lot. One time also with 15 other people in a room, and everyone who's slept in a dorm before knows how it is in such a room to sleep, you know. And I know a lot of people, I mean 80% of the people I know, they couldn't even imagine to sleep with one other stranger in a room, you know. And they don't have a choice, and this looks really good for them, you know. They sleep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people sleeping in that room, and this is a good room for them, you know. The concrete walls, there's electricity and everything, and we are complaining about so much stuff. It's just ridiculous, you know.
They're working so hard here and volunteering their time, and you know, a little bit of a donation goes to all the operations of the orphanage and the school, and then, you know, obviously trickles down to the people that make it possible.
This is it from me, I think. I've really enjoyed this video, and it gave me a positive vibe. I think Kenya and this slum of Nairobi is getting better. Yeah, I just love his videos. Just check out Indigo Traveller for his account. Watch his videos also. Support him, donate something if you want. And if not, just give him a like and a comment, because I love his work and I'm really inspired by him to do my kind of work, you know, but maybe in a different way. You know, he's a really brave guy to go in all these countries, you know. I would like to do that as well. Yeah, we'll see. I'm really inspired by him, so check him out. And thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment if you want. And then I see you guys next time, I think. Guy Chani out. Peace.